On this day in Tudor history, the 5th of June 1516, a Spanish noblewoman named Maria de Salinas married William, 10th Lord Willoughby of Eresby, in a ceremony at Greenwich. Now, that might not seem remarkable at first glance, but Maria de Salinas was no ordinary Tudor lady. She was a woman of courage, loyalty and deep affection. Her story is one of devotion that culminated in a perilous journey through foul winter weather just to be at the side of her dying friend, none other than Queen Catherine of Aragon. Let me tell you more about this extraordinary woman. Maria de Salinas was Spanish. She was the daughter of Martin de Salinas and Josefa González de Salas. While we don't know her exact birth date, historian Retha Warnick has suggested that her family was connected to the royal family of Castile, and that might help explain how she ended up in the service of a Spanish princess, Catalina de Aragon, or Catherine of Aragon. It's thought that Maria accompanied the young Catherine when she travelled to England in 1501 to marry Prince Arthur, the eldest son of King Henry VII. The voyage across sea and culture marked the beginning of a deep friendship between the two women, a friendship that would endure through triumph, scandal, separation and sorrow. Maria was at court for many years and was well connected. In 1511 she stood as godmother to Mary, the daughter of Charles Brandon, Duke of Suffolk, and Anne Brown. And in 1514, when Catherine was now Queen of England, married to Henry VIII, Ferdinand of Aragon's ambassador actually complained about Maria's influence over Catherine. Clearly, this lady had presence and persuasion. But let's return to this day in 1516. Maria de Salinas married William, Lord Willoughby, at Greenwich. It was a good match. Henry VIII granted them Lincolnshire estates, including the beautiful Grimsthorpe Castle, and even gave them the token sum of 6 shillings and 8pence. Charles Brandon, later to become Maria's son-in-law, was named as a feoffee on her jointure, which essentially meant he was a trustee of her marriage settlement. Maria had 3 children, but only one survived, her daughter Catherine, who would go on to become Duchess of Suffolk when she married the very same Charles Brandon in 1533. Sadly, Maria's husband died in 1526, and Maria found herself embroiled in legal wranglings over her late husband's estates. She fought tenaciously for the rights of her daughter against her brother-in-law, Sir Christopher Willoughby. Sir Thomas More himself was involved in helping to settle the matter, and the marriage alliance between young Catherine and the powerful Duke of Suffolk helped swing things in Maria's favour. But it's Maria's loyalty in the final days of Catherine of Aragon that really stands out. In late 1535, Catherine of Aragon, now banished from court, separated from her daughter and treated no longer as queen but as Dowager Princess of Wales, was gravely ill at Kimbolton Castle. Maria, ever the devoted friend, asked for permission to visit her. It was denied. Now, that might have been the end of it for many, but not for Maria. Determined to be by her friend's side, she made the journey anyway in dreadful winter weather. Along the way, she suffered a riding accident, but she pressed on. And on the 6th of January 1536, just a day before Catherine died, Maria arrived at Kimbolton. She was greeted by Catherine's warder, Sir Edmund Bedingfield. Now, Bedingfield was a Catholic, and he was sympathetic to Catherine. Maria told him that she had been given permission to visit, but she'd lost the papers during her riding accident. Whether or not that was true, we'll never really know, but Bedingfield believed her, or perhaps chose to believe her, and Maria was allowed inside. She was there for Catherine's final hours. After years of shared youth, of life at the English court, of exile and heartbreak, the two women were together again at the end. Catherine of Aragon died the very next day, on the 7th of January 1536. And Maria's loyalty didn't end there. She and her daughter, the new Duchess of Suffolk, were present at Catherine's funeral at Peterborough Abbey on the 29th of January. We don't know exactly when or where Maria de Salinas died, but records suggest that she passed away in May 1539, And although her grave is lost to history, her story, especially that final act of love and loyalty, deserves to be remembered. Maria de Salinas, a noblewoman, a mother, a fighter, and above all, a true and steadfast friend. Thank you for joining me today to remember this remarkable lady. And if you enjoyed learning about Maria, please do give this video a like and subscribe for more stories from Tudor history. I'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.